This video is sponsored by Grammarly.
So you want to learn how to start a YouTube channel in 2023 but don't know where to start? Well, you found the right video. Stay up to the end of the video and you're gonna see more about how to create your channel, how to choose your specific niche, how to record, and what audio equipment you need to get the best quality out of the video. And don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you actually enjoyed the video. So let's start with the first part of this video where you're going to define your channel and find your niche. Now, what a niche is. So technically you can think of a niche as in the specific aspect of the channel that you want to focus your whole content creation on. So let's say for me, for example, Justina Media, which is a company that I started in the UK and I am actually growing it. So I chose to do all of my content creation related to technology, meaning that all of the content that I produce are either video reviews of different products that sponsors send me and I can get to keep them at the end, or tech news. And I also started a podcast called The Tech Lab, which I posted one episode a while ago, what I'm planning to go back to. And you can actually find it on Apple's podcasts and Spotify podcasts. This whole channel that I made, I usually go to events. I also post vlogging videos. So, my day-to-day basics of what I do in a day life of a computer science student or a young CEO. Or let's say how I manage my YouTube channel. So those videos are actually up on my channel. If you want to watch them, I'm gonna put some links in the description down below. So that's it for the niche, but the next step that you need to implement in your channel is actually choosing a good channel name that could actually get you find on the Google search engine. So let's say, for example, you want to have a unique name, you can use generators, or what I did to actually find something for my channel that was suitable because I couldn't think of something was use ChatGPT. And if you don't know what ChatGPT is, it's a platform developed by OpenAI where it's technically an AI chatbot, but it has a lot of knowledge from the past, let's say, couple of years, 10, 15 years. And it's actually one of the smartest AI in the world and can ask it almost anything. So technically, I actually do some of my planning for my YouTube videos and scripts on ChatGPT myself. And it's actually very helpful because it helps speed up my workflow and editing. And if I want to have some, let's say, plugins or lots, if I want to find them online to color grade my footage like I'm doing right now, because this actually, it's shot on my iPhone 14 Pro using the single microphones. And I actually showed these single microphones that you can see right here, actually they are attached to me. So one of them is in the iPhone itself and one of them you can see that's flashing. So this is the audio that comes off the microphone itself. And there is this charging case where actually can charge them, but we're going to talk about microphones a bit later. And now that we're done with that, another thing that's very important and I actually recommend people to use this tool called Notion. And Notion is technically a calendar where you can actually perform specific tasks, collaborate with others. So you can assign tasks to, let's say you have a media company like I do, you can assign content to video editors so they can finish up their tasks and give you a finalized product, or you can actually schedule what to do. So me, how I use it to normally schedule a day where I write my script for my video like I did to right now, which is actually right above my iPhone. I'm reading it right now from a teleprompter. But what I did was put it on a script, and then all the script and everything, like you can actually copy and paste the text. So I put that on the calendar. And I can read through the text and everything, so I can schedule my content, a day where I actually film, and then let's say another day where I actually spend like 2 to 3 hours editing, and you can actually change the status and how urgent the project is. So Notion overall is very useful to organize your life. So let's say you want to do that, you want to do that, you want to do that, you can actually put it on Notion and it's gonna sync on iCloud, so you're gonna have it all over your devices where you have your account connected, and actually use it on everything because it's very easy for me to understand how to level up my content, and it's easy for me to actually schedule and actually have like proper day-to-day basis. So technically what I want to do is make my uni life, my assignments, my exams, which are actually coming up next month, I want to try to balance them with my content creation. So I actually use Notion a lot to actually schedule different tasks, and I wake up in the morning and I first check my Notion account. And that is very useful to actually schedule your content. So Notion, it's an app that it's a must go if you want to have content creation planned in your mind. So give it a go and let's go out to the next step. Okay, so the next step is actually setting up your gear. So normally the camera that I use is a Sony FX30, which is a scaled down Sony FX3 cinema line camera, which apart from having a full frame sensor, it has an actual APS-C sensor, which is smaller size, but it's also cut in half the price, which goes at around 2.6k pounds in the UK. So the lens I actually use on the camera, it's the Sony 28-70mm full frame lens, even though I'm using a full frame on an APS-C camera. The benefit of that is that you get a clear image quality and you have more depth of field, but at the moment I'm not using that because I traded in my camera to get this brand new Sony ZV-1, which is actually a full frame vlogging camera, but actually it's like an elevated ZV-10, which is a perfect camera for every starter YouTuber, which goes at around 600 pounds or 675 with the kit lens. And the kit lens, it's a 60 to 50 millimeter, which is actually very good for vlogging if you want to go into vlogging. So the lights that I use right now are the Elgato keyring lights. So these two are LED powered, so there are no problem about using it and having glares in my eyes. For example, if you see my glasses, there are no glares at the moment, which I'm actually very glad about, because last time I was using circle lights, I always have like tiny 3 to 4 circles on each one of my lenses on my glass, and that's kind of gonna be a problem because I use glasses a lot. And the microphones that I just talked about are these two. So this is a transmitter and a receiver. One, well, technically kind of clips onto me, like this microphone here does. And you have these clips that one of them will go onto the hot show on your camera, so you can just route the cable in. It has like, I think it's 3.5 hours of battery continuously using the microphone. And this is actually a very good mic system. It retails about $200 if I'm not wrong, or 150 pounds in the UK. And this system is very good because it gives clear quality for the audio, and you have a microphone on top of this, so you can actually just put it like I have this microphone here right now. I don't use any lavalier mics, but you have the ability, if you don't want to see this chunky box on your neck all the time, you can actually use a lavalier mic that comes with the microphone, so you can just route it through your clothing like I usually do in my videos. And I can just connect this to the camera itself, so there's not gonna be a problem with having cables dangling about and stuff like that. And this is not gonna show up bulky or anything in the shot if you don't want it to, because it's actually provided with a lavalier mic, which I'm very glad that it's actually coming in the pack. And also this, apart from the camera that you might get, it might have a microphone jack and a headphone jack, so you can monitor the audio if you're filming with someone else. This also has an audio jack for microphones, so it's a 3.5 millimeter microphone jack that you can use to just monitor audio that comes off the microphone straight. And yeah, this is a very nice kit for audio. And now that you're done with that part, the main thing that we have to talk about after posting your content, after editing it, and regarding editing software, I'm using Final Cut Pro and DaVinci Resolve Studio 18, which are both paid versions, and they're around 600 pounds retailing in price totally for the two of them. And technically, when you want to do a video, the best thing to do, and what I did myself at the start, was promoting my videos with Google AdSense. And if you don't know what Google or YouTube AdSense is, you're technically paying for ads to be displayed in video, in feed. You know, when you're watching videos, you see an ad or two popping up that you can skip. So you can technically create an ad campaign where you can show up your video to other people on the internet by paying a small amount of money monthly. So what I used to do was paying £5 per 5 days, so it's 25 pounds a week at the start. So that kind of got some traffic to me, and I'm gonna put some stats right here. And as you can see, I have a bit over 140,000 views on my YouTube channel in the past year, and also over 3.5k subscribers, which I'm actually very glad that I got to this point where I can actually promote my channel and actually gain audience that engages with me on Instagram too, where I reached over 10,000 followers. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm gonna put a link down below again. And the next thing that we have to talk about is monetizing your content. So when you want to monetize your content on YouTube, you will get an email from YouTube when you're actually eligible to do that. So you need a minimum of 1,000 subscribers. So that is the bare minimum that you need to actually be able to monetize on YouTube, and 4,000 watch hours in the past 365 days or in the past year. So technically, using Google Ads, for example, is gonna help you reach that easily, because for me, I have 17,000 watch hours in total on all of my videos, and two of my top videos, thanks to Google AdSense and promoting it on my social media, reached 12,000 views and 17,000 views. And that was mainly for Google AdSense, where I was getting traffic from my videos, people that were interested in actually going into my channel to the video itself. It actually increased the amount that I was spending on Google AdSense to 15 pounds a day for 5 days, so that was a bit more than I usually do. And what helped me a lot with that was reaching out to people and engaging with my audience, because as I got more subscribers, I got more comments and DMs on Instagram of how I do my content and everything. And technically, all of this has helped me to communicate with people, to engage with them. And the main aspect of doing content creation is engaging with your audience. And yeah, we're done with the video, and I really wish you guys a lot of success in actually leveling up your content and starting your YouTube channel. And don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you actually enjoy